Welcome to this episode of Leadership Matters, a video series highlighting the stories, experiences of global leaders and providing some valuable leadership lessons. The series is hosted by Avinash Ananda, a recognized leadership advisor, happiness strategist, and a motivational keynote speaker. Over the course of more than 30 years, Avinash has personally mentored more than 1,000 leaders and trainers. He has also trained more than 1 million individuals from all walks of life in 30 countries. Our guest for today's episode is Sandeep Kumar, People Partner Manager Technology at AP Maersk. Sandeep Kumar is an HR leader with over 15 years of experience in the HR industry. He has worked in product, Big Fours, and IT services firms like EY, Accenture, Cognizant, Tesco, HP, and has a proven ability to deliver people and business oriented solutions. In his current role at Maersk, Sandeep is responsible for leading the technology platform function with a team of 10 people partners, along with supporting Maersk Technology, a global organization of 5,000 plus people on their transformation journey of digitization.
Welcome to yet another episode of Leadership Matters. And the leader who matters is Sandeep Kumar. Hi, Sandeep, how are you?
Hi, Avinash. I am good.
We're going to have
Hope
a
you're
very
doing well.
interesting conversation. Say that again, Sandeep, I missed that.
I hope you're doing well.
Oh, I'm doing fantastic, thank you. I'm doing fantastic.
Good.
I'm in Mumbai right now. Where are you geographically?
So I'm currently in Copenhagen, Denmark. While it's a bit of rainy weather, while it's already the spring season being started here, but still a bit rainy today. But all good.
Oh, that's nice, huh? And how did you land up there? I'm in Mumbai, by the way, huh? Where there's one predictable weather, right? Apart from the monsoon, but the other one is always hot here and humid.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of Mumbai street food, though.
Really? Oh, good, good. Next time you come here, we'll get some. So I have
Sure.
two questions immediately that come to mind. How did you land up in Copenhagen, Denmark? And the other thing is, how do you maintain that beautiful designer beard goatee that you have? Huh? It must be taking a lot of effort.
So I'll start maybe with the second one because that's easy to answer, right? So in terms of keeping this, which sort of I thought eventually as I down the line started losing a lot of hair, right? I thought it'll be at least good from a personality perspective to give this a bit of look to myself. And I had this transformation of keeping this for, I think, I don't even remember when I started. So it's many, many years now. I think I've been maintaining the same look that way.
Oh, that's nice. So you compensate for the hair and keep it in different parts of the face. And are you a very meticulous person? Do you take a lot of time in this? Because Steve Jobs and other leaders, they say that they don't bother about their clothes much because they just keep that same same white T-shirt and the blue jeans, so they don't have to think about it. But does this take time?
It does take time, and I think I believe that grooming is an important part, right, for a professional, right, because that's how you exhibit some part of your personality through it, right? So getting well dressed, being well groomed is again I think basics for me. So I don't mind spending a bit of time on that to do it the right way.
Viewers, I spent a little time with Sandeep before the recording came on, and I was so comfortable with him. That's why we started on a very personal note like this. But we are talking about leadership qualities. You just heard his impressive profile, but we're going to go a little deeper to understand how his mind works. So my question to you, Sandeep, linking this with that, is grooming is packaging, right?
Yes.
And so there's all this stuff, it's all packaging, and this is the product, what's inside. How important is packaging? How important is product from a leadership perspective? For a leader, for an individual, is the appearance more important, or what is inside more important? And how do they? What's your opinion about this?
Yeah. So for me, I think my firm belief is that if we talk about whether building teams or building organizations or even building a product at times, it's about more of not building the right thing. It's about how basically we have gone about building it right? Because that's going to be something which is going to be more important and going to have a more everlasting effect in terms of anyone who
his quote, Shiv Khena's quotation?
Yes.
It's not about doing things different, but doing things differently or something like that.
Yes.
Okay, nice.
Yeah.
What is the difference between doing things right and doing things, what you mentioned just now? Is it more about efficiency and effectiveness?
It's both, I would say, and having a balance of it in terms of not only keeping it, one part being more important, but having a right balance towards it, right? And definitely people being in the core of it, right? So while, yes, we definitely as an organizations focus a lot on the efficiency and many other aspects of a product, but I think it's also important for us that the people who are basically a core to that, right, are also being well engaged into the whole process. They have been well rewarded for what they do, and also they have been well taken care in terms of their wellness. So I think uh, there are different attributes which I also believe are equally important. While as maybe if you're looking from a customer perspective, you're only more focused on the product part of it, but there's a lot go from a people perspective also into that, who are basically building that right for you and giving you that experience as an end user when you're using it.
You've been an HR person throughout, huh? You left?
Yes. So it's an interesting story. I actually sort of come from a defense background family where my dad has been in the Indian Air Force for 21 years in the past. And then once he got retired, I came for my graduation and my higher studies to Bangalore in South. And I started initially with my bachelor's in pharmacy. So that's basically studying more around medicines. And then after I completed my course, I had a placement with Cipla Pharmaceuticals in Mumbai, and that's where I said I love the street food in Mumbai. And then spent like a year over there, but that made me feel that I think I connect more with people being more around me, where I'm more into live interactions and continuing that as a passion, or I would say figuring out that in my own identity. I started looking at what next should I do. So two things came to my mind. Shall I go into the stream of learning more about media and mass communication? Because at that point in time, that was the hype. Everybody was trying to be an anchor. But then somewhere...
You speak well also.
Thank you. But then somewhere figured out, I think then, no, I think what would be also good and interesting to be having something where I can make an impact on people is about doing something in human resources. And that's where I started my journey by pursuing a master's in human resources from ICFI Bangalore. And rest is history. It's 15 years now in human resources across. Yeah.
So from medicine to human resources?
Medicines to management, I would say.
Medicine to management. Nice. What your family was not? You said the defense forces. So
yes.
All of India thanks your family and your father for being serving the country. But tell me something. From what we spoke a little bit earlier, you have other people in your family also who are either cops or army people. Is that correct?
Yes. Yes, so I'm the only one in the entire family who's not, I would say, in terms of trying to be unique, but I would say sometimes they may feel odd and out, where someone who is in the private sector, someone who has worked in a set of industries where no one has worked across. Yeah, but majority of, I would say, the entire family is either in defense, as you rightly said, or either they are into police, or either they are into income tax or other government official jobs. But I'm the only one who is pursuing a bit differently than the rest, being into the private sector, trying to make an impact through what I do.
Why did you become the odd man out?
Yeah, because for me, I think...
What is the difference in the thinking?
Yeah, so the difference in the thinking was one that I felt that I think it's not bureaucratic, right, when it comes to private organizations, right? And again, you have an opportunity to also move around different organizations, creating the impact in one or the other way, right? So, for example, in my career journey, as I'm sure you would know as well, that I've worked with IT services organizations where I have been able to make an impact to the workforce being supported there, the leadership teams there. Then I worked with consulting organizations like EY, where it was definitely in a different way. The impact has been made because some corporates are highly focused on a lot of CSR. Some of other corporates I worked were very heavy on talent management, where there are again interesting work to do. and make an impact. And there are organizations like Maersk who are again so much passionate about ensuring that we have a lot to do in ensuring that employee wellness is a top priority. The mental health is
mental health is important. They take care of mental health there.
Yes.
Because and, now next month mental health awareness week is coming up, is what I heard. So Maersk is the reason why you are in Denmark. That's the headquarters, right?
Yes. So I complete close to 5 years in August this year with Maersk. So I had started my journey with Maersk back in 2019 in India, in Bangalore, with their technology center as an HR partner, and then moved into different roles, and then had the opportunity to serve the organization being a part of their headquarters team in 2022. So it's 2+ years for me now here in Denmark. Yes.
Nice. You like it there?
It's lovely. I really appreciate
Denmark street food.
The culture.
Denmark street food.
Street food is not much though in the country because it's very continental and European in terms of the food. But what I love the more is about the cultural values, and I definitely can say that the cultural awareness for me as an individual has significantly been improved over the last 2 years, because I had the opportunity to not only work with a very diverse group over here, but also with a lot of people with very, very different perspectives I've never met before, maybe I would say. Mm-hmm. So
how do you align perspectives?
Perspectives, when I say, I'm mainly talking about, so I have my own ABC principle, right, which I believe in. So like A being awesome, and B being brave, and C being be considerate. So
man, lovely.
Yeah. So I think a lot of people I met here, right, they sort of align to this set of core values, which I just talked about as my ABC principle. And I think I just appreciate that. Over and above, I think it's a very family-oriented culture in the Scandinavian countries, I would say. So that's again sort of something which I really like for self and my family here. And yeah.
Who's in the family?
So I stay here with my wife and my younger son, who is 2.5 years now.
Oh, lovely. So, congratulations.
Thank you.
That's nice. Okay, that's fantastic. That's great. So, Sandeep, very, very interesting. I'm just curious to know anything else you'd like to say about leadership from your experiences. I'm very curious to, because you spoke about organizations. I was wanting you to say a little bit about how you connect with people. Impact seems to be very important to you. How do you influence people to align their values with the organization values? What are your ways of influencing?
So one is definitely empower them to the fullest, I would say, right? So that they are able to take the calculated risk, they can learn from mistakes, and they can strive relentlessly for excellence. Mm-hmm. So I think that goes a long way, because I think sometimes if the teams are not empowered, teams are not been given that independent freedom to operate, they struggle to be innovative in their thoughts, or not being able to think out of the box. But when we empower them the right way, they actually really continue to surprise us and do the magical work on the ground. So that's one way for me, the way I connect. Second, I always believe very high in terms of the servant leadership as an attribute for me, right? So I think I continue to sort of drive that as a culture to the team as well, where I keep encouraging them to not only look from just you do something as a part of your work is just because you have to do that as a part of your role, but look at the larger impact of it, the kind of impression you leave behind from an employee experience standpoint on the individual you provide a service being into the role you are. And that goes a long way. So I think those are some of the ways I can say on top of my mind, through which I see that my team, I would like to really thank them for what all great work they do. And I think they have been really able to make an impact every single day.
How do you be nice to people? When you talk about wellness, when you talk about, you also seem like a genuinely nice person, huh? Who can connect at a human level. Yes. But how does that happen? How did that happen with you? And are there things you do to do that, or is it Dale Carnegie's How to Win Friends and Influence People, or is that part of you naturally?
I think it's naturally for me because I always try to keep myself into their shoes, right? To understand not only in terms of how they are professionally placed in certain things to do, but also on a personal front, so that I'm able to allow them that flexibility at times if they need, able to provide them that guidance and I would say coaching at times, whatever is required to basically bring the best out of them. As needed at times in the organization, because change is something which, like any other organization, even Maersk as an organization has seen a significant change from how we used to operate to our ways of working in many other aspects of it. So I think in these times especially it becomes very important that we continue to hold a high sense of belonging towards our team, and we are also able to handhold them together as we move forward in the journey, because it's end of the day not about an individual, whether it is Sandeep or Avinash or anyone. It's more about how collectively as a team we are able to create an impact for the better world.
Fantastic, absolutely fantastic. So what comes to mind? Anything else you'd like to share, Sandeep, before I put it all together and wrap it up?
I think
while you've been talking, I've been absorbing. While I'm absorbing, I'm creating, and then I'll put it all together into some kind of a summary. So tell me,
so I think,
anything else you'd like to share, Sandeep? I want to know what kind of street food you like in Mumbai.
Vada pav is my favorite.
That's lovely. That's lovely. Huh? So we have that in common. I like vada pav too. We have another thing in common, but slightly different. Your family. Sarmad was saying earlier, Sandeep's whole family is in defense forces. We got to be careful what we talk. I said, no, this is the opposite. Your whole family is in I've been teaching people from the police, Mumbai police, crime branch and other branches, for 20 years right now. And my mentor, Rishi Kumar Pandya, used to do that several years before that. He was the one who introduced me. So cops and army people and all, they feel like family to me. Yeah, but you're the what, the white black sheep, colored sheep, the one who forms his own path.
Yeah,
trailblazer. You've done a lot of innovative things in your life.
Yes, I definitely has been able to.
Risk? Are you more of a risk taker or more of a cautious guy?
No, so my profile says that I'm a risk taker, right? In terms
Your
of
profile, you mean a psychometric assessment, huh?
Yeah, I'm talking about the Globe Smart profiling, right? So sure. it shows that yes, I am a risk taker, and I do not hesitate to take risk. But yes, I'm also more of like someone who go to the root to understand what basically is the problem statement in detail. Sure. So even though if I'm taking a risk on something, I would have done a lot of calculation behind to see that it's worth taking that risk. So you can say a calculative risk in the other way. So
yeah. It's very, very interesting speaking with you, because you seem to be like a combination of many things. Huh? And I'll share with you what I have in mind. This is just my intuitive feeling, based on the limited data we've had only in this conversation. So if I look at where you are right now, I would say there is style and service oriented.
Yes.
Like so there is style, there is substance, there is service orientation, and that is your S of Sandeep. Okay, you want to write this down? It's a very nice acronym I just created in my head. Yeah, there is Sandeep S. Okay, so servant leadership. The idea that you want to serve, you want to contribute, you want to add value, that would be your S. The A that I look at is your A from your ABC, from your awesome, brave, and considerate. No,
be considerate.
From that we take the A. I like the A for you. A is awesome. So these are lessons, viewers, that we can get out of this conversation that have come out from what Sandeep has said. I'm just putting it together so we remind ourselves that it'll be good to be an S, which is servant leader. It'll be great to be awesome, which means keep yourself awesome too. Right? In the caring of all the other people, don't forget yourself. That is the A of Sandeep. The N is be nice to others.
Yes.
The niceness that comes in the form of empathy, in the form of caring for them. We say that a leader, people don't know how much, people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care, right? Or we also say a leader is one who takes care of those in his charge, right? Not just takes charge of those people, right? So that's about the caring and the niceness. That's SAN. You like it so far?
Yeah, it's pretty interesting to know the
This is
abbreviations for my.
This is about you. This is from your you said. I'm just putting it together. D again is the dichotomy of detail oriented. I mean, look at the way you shave your beard. I mean, amazing here. Look at the detail. Not only in that, but also in the things that you were talking about. You don't look at it superficially. You go into detail. So you're detail oriented. At the same time, you're dynamic. Double D. Your dynamism is why you didn't do the defense forces, no, and went from medicine to management. Okay, yeah, and that's how you motivate also. So having that flexibility or the spontaneity to take risk, but doing it calculatedly, is your detailedness and your dynamism. That's SAND. The E that I found, one of the E's that you kept mentioning very often is empower. I think you're all about empowering others. You're all about empowering people. That seems to be one of your guiding principles.
Yeah, and it comes from, I think it's like the paid forward concept, right? Because I had been fortunate in my life so far with all the great leaders I've worked with, and they have empowered me and they continue to empower me. Today, I work with my leaders on the ground. So it's paid forward, and I think that's what, at least as leaders, we should do. That some of the good things which we experience for ourselves, if we are able to carry forward that with our teams down and the people around us whom we work with closely, I think that's very meaningful for me.
Sandeep, this is brilliant because a lot of people put on a front or put on a mask to show themselves as very strong and as the best. I believe strongly that it's possible to be awesome and it's possible to be vulnerable at the same time. It's possible to be confident. In fact, there's several very, very popular books. Brené Brown who's written one of them, Dare to Lead. That the more vulnerable you are, in fact, the more strong you are. So, is it important sometimes you feel to show the human side of yourself, even as a leader?
Yes, I like to be more vulnerable as a leader, because I think that shows that I'm more transparent, more honest, and that also allows the individuals I work with in my day-to-day life to be more open in what they would like to communicate or express.
So can you be vulnerable and express what is the area that you want to work on next on yourself to be an even better leader?
I think I'm constantly sort of challenging myself to sharpen up more on my leadership skills. And I think one of the things which I definitely would like to do some good work around in the future would be around more on inclusive leadership, because I think that is a very interesting area on which I feel that I have a long way to do more. It's not that today I'm not inclusive, but I think I still feel that more can be done.
Excellent. What was S? Sandeep S?
What was more S? About service oriented.
Yeah, servant leadership. Huh? Then A
is the awesome piece.
Awesome. N?
Nice.
Nice. D
is about the diligentness or
detail oriented and dynamism. And dynamism. Now E we said is empowerment. The other E I would say is excellence. Based on what you just shared right now, always challenging yourself to go to the next level, being open to being vulnerable, not being stuck in only putting on an act for people, but actually being yourself, but striving for more, not settling. That is excellence. Fantastic. Wanting to be your best. And the P, I would say, is the combination of packaging and product. The combination of your personality and your purpose and your passion, all of it coming together. That's your P. Okay.
Yeah.
Personality, the word persona is Greek for mask. We say we put on a face for the faces we meet. But one thing very, very, very powerful about you is your authenticity, Sandeep.
Thank you, Avinash.
So it's not only this, but it's also what's inside. You like that?
Yes, I think it will be staying with me forever. I think that's the first time I'm hearing about how the name signifies a lot of attributes of the personality and what we do around us.
Very nice, very nice. People say you must use words to express and not to impress. I think you successfully do both.
Thank you.
Okay, lovely talking with you, Sandeep.
Same here. Thank you.
Bye-bye. See you.
Bye.